Have you ever had a meh day? Couldn't really figure out exactly what was going on to cause you to be feeling in kind of a little bit of a funk? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you 6 practices that I use to realign my energy when I come home not feeling all the way. Hi guys, this is Naomi with Spiritual Milk and Honey, and I am here to help you break those chains. That means identifying your limiting beliefs and helping turn them into positive transformation. So let's get into this video. Alright, now let's get into this video. So today when I came home, I was feeling kind of meh. Nothing specifically bad happened, but nothing specifically good happened. And I was just probably a little too much in my head today than necessary. So I'm going to be sharing with you 6 things or 6 activities or practices that I use to help realign my energy when I start feeling that way. Okay. So on the first one that we are going to be doing is cleansing. Okay. And I know that there's a lot of people that as soon as I say that, they are immediately thinking about a diet. Not that type of cleansing, okay? The type of cleansing that I am referring to is one that's easy and probably people do not even realizing it. The first thing that I did as soon as I got in is I took a shower and I got into my comfortable pajamas, okay? So these pajamas make me feel good. It makes me feel all together whenever that I have a matching set of pajamas. So I feel like the cat's meow right now. Okay, so just for whatever reason, being in water helps transmute energy, specifically negative energy. So getting into a shower or a bath or a pool if you have it, a hot tub, anything like that, will help you to release some of that energy that is making you feel less than what you want to, okay? The next thing, and I'm going to go through these with you one at a time, is to burn some either sage or Palo Santo, okay? Now, both of these have specific uses. For sage is if you are wanting to clear yourself from negative energy, okay? And for Palo Santo is if you are wanting to lock in positive vibes. So you don't normally do one and then the other within the same sitting. What you may do is do the sage one today, and then a couple days from now you may want to do the Palo Santo. So today I'm going to show you the sage one because that's what I'm doing today. I am clearing myself from negative vibes, okay? When I do it, I always hold it down. It helps to lock in this fire. I got this sage from Five Below. So if you don't have a Five Below store near you, I do know that Whole Foods does sell bundles of sage like this, and any spiritual shop at all will also have it, okay? Now, when I do it, first thing I do, I hold it out and I breathe in the smoke. Even though I don't necessarily like the smell of burning sage, I can still feel it transmuting my energy inside. Now that I have cleared myself of all the negative energy, okay, and I just have it's actually like a dog bowl or something like that that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just use it to put out my smudges, okay. So that is the first practice, cleansing. Cleansing, again, is good for transmuting energy and shifting out that bad energy or negative energy for positive energy. The next thing that I do, and I normally do this before I start meditating, is using this Tibetan singing bowl. Isn't it cute? So the first time that I ever heard about a singing bowl, Taraji P. Henson was actually on the Jimmy Fallon show, and she had one, and she made it sing, and she was really cool about it. So I just figured that I had to have me a singing bowl so I could be as cool as Taraji P. Henson. So the way that you use this, there's two different ways. You can either hit it and keep the ringing going. Okay. Or you can just use this mallet and get it to sing. Typically I have this on the table, so it's moving, but it normally wouldn't be. The frequency that is coming out of this singing bowl is 528. That is supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, the love frequency. And what happens anytime that I do this is any thoughts that were in my head, especially any negative thoughts, they just dissipate, they disappear. I can almost see them like breaking up into little itty bitty pieces and just falling by the wayside, okay? Typically I do that for as long as I need to in order to clear that out, all right? The number 3 practice that I do is lighting incense. So this is frankincense. Frankincense is one of my favorite go-tos. One reason is because, you know, if it was good enough for the wise men to give to Jesus, I feel like it should be good enough for me. The second thing is that the one reason why the wise men did give it to him, we often know about the fact that it was used to help fight off the smell of dead bodies way back in the day. But another reason why they used it is because the smell helps ward off evil spirits. To me, anytime that you are having a negative outlook on life or you're in your head too much, that is an evil spirit. And so I am attempting to clear that air. Now I do use a lot of actual combinations. I typically use 3 scents at the same time. My favorite scent trio is frankincense, a combination of scents called spiritual, and also lotus. And when I put those 3 together, for some reason the smell that it gives off is a very pleasing smell. It breeds very positive vibes, and it just helps me get into that space whenever I start to meditate. Along with incense, I often also like to light candles, okay? And so nothing fancy. I just have a whole bunch of these tea candles and one of these really cool candle holders. This is probably actually a little too small for this, but I'm gonna use it anyway. As far as the candles go, the reason why I like to have a lot of candles, one is for the ambiance.
Asking the ambience.
But the second reason is because I want to let light in. So anytime that you are dealing with like negative energies, whether they be in your mind or about people or whatever the case may be, anytime that you are dealing with that type of energy, what you want to do is try to dispel it as much as possible. And how can you dispel darkness or negativity? With light. Smells great. I can actually already feel the difference, and I haven't even done everything. The number 4 practice that I do is actually, I do shadow work, okay? This is my shadow work journal. This is the journal that I go to whenever that I'm feeling any kind of way, or if I meditate and spirit tells me that I need to be dealing with something. Notebook that I do work with. I actually did a whole other video on shadow work and limiting beliefs, and you can find that right here. The quick gist of it is shadow work is basically journaling and deep diving into yourself to become a little bit more self-aware, identifying your triggers, what causes those triggers, and where they came from, so that you can in turn attempt to get them corrected. Because, you know, if you find out that you're a sociopath, you might want to fix those traits.
Sociopath.
The number 5 thing that I like to do is meditation. Every morning I meditate, but sometimes when I am having a kind of day, I come home and I meditate again, okay? I do that to try to center myself and to get back into the flow of things. 9 times out of 10, whenever that I'm having a real type of day and I meditate, it dissipates 100%. I tend to get new revelations and realizations about things that I wasn't looking at. So definitely meditation works. If you are new to meditation, what I would 100% suggest is finding a guided meditation. All the pressure of what is it that I'm supposed to do, what am I looking for to experience, is taken 100% off of you. You know, you can concentrate on exactly what the meditation guide is telling you. I will link a couple of my favorite guided meditations down below so that you can follow along with those if you would like to. Another thing that I do while I'm meditating is breath work. So when I meditate, I don't have any fancy pillows or anything like that. I actually sit right in my computer chair. I light all the stuff just like how I did, and I put music on. I put them in my headphones so that I can drown out all the outside noise. I sit there. I sit there with my hands up because I am trying to receive from spirit. I just start taking deep breaths in through my nose. I fill it up as much as I can go and out the mouth. There are a few variations to that, okay? One thing that you can do, I do it especially if I need to get like quickly aligned, I will breathe in through your mouth. So when you breathe in through your mouth, your stomach is filling up first instead of your lungs, and it is activating a part of your body called the vagus nerve. It releases some sort of feel-good chemical inside your body so that get that good feeling going so that you can hear the messages that you need to hear from your higher self, any of your spirit guides, or any ascended masters, okay? Another thing that I do while I'm meditating is breath work. There are several different types of techniques. I've watched many videos on it. The one thing that I do like to do is when I'm breathing, so when you're breathing in, you breathe to where you can't breathe anymore, and you hold it for a few seconds, and then you breathe in again, and you hold it for a few seconds, and you breathe in again for the third time. You hold for a few seconds, and then you want to let it all the way out to where you're like a deflated balloon. Like there's no air, zero air in you at all. Like you're almost going to feel like you're doubling over. That's how much air that you're releasing, okay? And then you're going to breathe deep in again for a few seconds and breathe out, and you'll do regular breaths a couple of times, okay? So we'll do that one time, okay? Breathe in through your mouth. Hold it. Breathe in some more. Hold it. Breathe in some more. 1, 2, 3, release. And just like that, I'm centered back again, okay? You're breathing in good energy, right? When you're breathing it in, you're breathing in brand new oxygen and energy, right? But when you hold it, what happens is you're kind of sort of collecting any stagnant energy that's inside of your body. Misery loves company, so all that stagnant energy is trying to connect to your positive energy that you just breathed in. And instead of being choked out, because you may, at that point in time, have more negative energy in your body than the positive energy that's coming in. You hold it and you breathe more. You hold it and you breathe more. And then when you let it out and let everything that's in you, all of your life's breath, out of you as much as you can, I promise you that you'll feel a whole lot better. That next breath that I breathed in, I almost felt lightheaded. And that was able to clear out everything that was in my head so that I could actually feel myself do one of these things in the line and center. As of right now, pretty much my energy is is pretty clear. We're to the last one. The number 6 practice that I do, I actually do more when I'm out and about and can't really get to a place where I can like meditate, light any incense, and it's called tapping, okay? Now, this one, I promise you, is going to look weird and feel weird, but when you are doing it,
it's the most amazing practice that you can do
to help clear out any energy. This is just one of those tools that I have kind of sort of keep my energy in check, okay? You take these 2 fingers right here and you start tapping. I do it for like a count of 7. Some people I've seen, they do like affirmations while they're doing it, and that's kind of cool. So I take these 2 fingers, I go right over my eyebrows. There's a brow bone here, and right over those eye sockets, I just start tapping right in here. 1, 7 counts. You don't have to do this really hard, but you do want that energy pathway that's inside there to know that you are there. Okay, and then I move to my next one. This one is on your cheekbones on the outside. Okay. All right, and then I'll go on the inside of my eyes here. There's also a bone here. Tap there. All right. Underneath my nose. That's a good one. All right. There's another one on your chin. Now there's a little divot in your chin here. Most people have it. Now you don't want to do like this and make yourself real stiff. You want to stay loose. That's part of this whole energy thing, is staying loose. So you tap it there. Okay. All right. And the next one, you're actually going to take all 4 of your fingers and you're going to tap on your clavicle here, this collarbone right here. Okay. The next one that you do after that is you're going to pat your heart. All right. And the last one after that, you're actually going to reach your hand over your head like a monkey, and right about where your bra hits you, if you're a lady, that is where you're going to tap at, okay? Now, when you do that whole tapping routine all the way through, and if you need to do it again, when you leave from that, you are going to feel so much better, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just tapping on my face has made me feel so much better. It legitimately works. For me, I was literally driving around in a van delivering packages. I had to stop and do this a couple of times, and the rest of my day was smooth sailing. You know, it was like a wow moment, like, wow, this stuff really worked. Basically, there are energy pathways all throughout your body. If you tap on those pathways, basically what it does is ignites some energy flowing in those pathways. Okay, so those are the 6 practices that I do when I am having a blah kind of day and just need to get back on track. I hope that these things have helped you out. Just to clarify everything, I want to go over those 6 practices again. Let's start with number 1. 1 would be cleansing, like taking a shower or bath, or doing anything with water. Also, using sage or Palo Santo to burn to clear out your energy is another one. Okay. Number 2 is using a singing bowl or vibrations, tapping into a certain type of frequency. You can actually do this if you don't have a singing bowl by going to YouTube and typing in different frequencies, and I'm sure that they either have a Tibetan singing bowl, somebody actually just doing that, or they have an actual video that is utilizing that frequency throughout the whole video. Number 3 is lighting incense and candles. The incense that I used in this video was frankincense, and I also light candles to help dispel that dark and dense energy and bring in more light. The number 4 practice was shadow work. Also, what shadow work is basically journaling and deep diving into your triggers and what makes you feel the way that you feel, and identifying where that is so that you know how and what you need to work on to fix you. Number 5 is meditation and breath work. I do feel like they go hand in hand. The number 6 practice that I do is tapping. And that is when you take the fingers and you tap all over your face and your body, and you basically are igniting some energy lines that are in your body. There are plenty of other things that you could do, realign your energy. Some other things that I'm even thinking about adding to my routine is yoga, grounding yourself, which is like going outside and walking barefoot on the grass. Another one is sun soaking. The other thing is that I've noticed here lately that when I step outside and step into the sun, like I can feel the energy soaking into me, and I feel like if I were to give myself 10 minutes soaking in the sun, just standing out there and letting the sun just hit me and emanate on me the way that it's supposed to, that would do something for my energy moving forward through the day. And the last thing that I would like to add to my list of practices to help dissipate any negative energy is reading. I have gotten away from reading. I miss reading. I miss being a reader. Those are the things that I am thinking about adding. What other types of activities do you guys do to help center yourself? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to try some new things. I hope that this was a great video for you guys. It's a little different than what I normally do. But with me coming in today, having kind of sort of a blah day, I figured this would be a great time to take an opportunity to tell you about how I get myself back on track. This is Naomi. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And I'm signing out for today. I shall see you on the next video.